Hey, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our Mums at the Table YouTube channel. I'm sitting here with Dr. Simone. We are talking about postnatal checkups. Why should we go to our postnatal checkup once we've had a baby?
Well, look, having a baby is one of the most physically, mentally, emotionally draining experiences that you can possibly hope to go to.
And that's why I'm like, so why should you go? You've already gone through enough checks and pokes and prods. You know, you've got to go to your postnatal now. Is it 6 weeks after you
Normally
have the baby?
it's about 6 weeks. And I guess from my perspective, this is a really valuable opportunity for you as a mum to say, is everything okay? Has my body done its job and is now returning back to its previous state? And am I coping well from a mental perspective as well?
Yes. I don't think I've ever recovered from any of the pregnancies. I think it's just gotten worse as time has gone on. But what happens in the postnatal checkup?
So what I normally do at a postnatal checkup is we talk about how mum and bub are generally going. Are you feeding well? Are you sleeping well? Is baby sleeping well? Is mum sleeping well? We accumulate hours of sleep and figure out if they're adding up to around about enough.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that. Of course they're not sleeping enough. So what is enough?
Look, it'd be nice to be getting sort of 6-ish hours, 6 to 8 hours of interrupted, obviously, sleep. It's always going to be interrupted in those early days.
Yeah.
There's a few physical things that are really important to check up at that 6-week mark as well. Obviously, your body, your uterus has done a massive job of growing and it has to shrink during that time. And so we always check to make sure that the uterus has gone back down into the pelvis, that all of the bleeding has stopped and settled down.
Is it true breastfeeding helps?
Absolutely.
Everything go back into place.
So it helps the breastfeeding hormones that are stimulated when you're feeding your baby help the body to recover.
And that's why it hurts. That's why it hurts when you first breastfeed. You feel pain. That's a good thing. Everything's going back to normal.
You can feel everything shrinking back down to where it ought to be. This is when we can assess whether you've had any sort of muscle separation during the course of pregnancy.
Hello.
And what you can safely do to work on that from an exercise point of view, from an activity, from a physiotherapy point of view.
So important
to understand what's safe to do and when. This is also the opportunity if you're not up to date with things like smear tests and those sorts of things to get that off the list and not have to think about it. And if you've had to have any sutures or stitches or a checking of a cesarean scar, this is when we make sure that everything is all looking a-okay.
Right. Should there be any concerns if if you haven't stopped bleeding by this time?
Look, ideally you'd want to have had all the bleeding stopped by around about the 2 to 3 week mark, 4 at the outside, and if you're not having that happen, then that's definitely worthwhile flagging with your doctor. Just finally, Fiona, at that sort of 6-week postnatal checkup, that's a really good opportunity if you are feeling like you're struggling with your mental health in that post-baby phase. Don't wait until 6 weeks. Seek help early. The earlier you get some help, the quicker you'll get better.
I'm so glad you said that, Dr. Simone. It's so important to get the help that you need. If you feel like you're feeling depressed or you see a change in a loved one, get professional help. That's the best way to go about it.